Hi, friends. Here I go. It's time for me to unload my kiln. And I know that there's disappointments in here, and I'm sure there'll be treasures too. And that my disappointment is somebody else's treasure. So it's a win-win. Unless I open it up and all the pots are all stuck together and everything's, like unless there's a disaster. But the kiln fired well, and um, yeah, just the thing is that I haven't made any pots. I haven't fired anything or made anything in over 5 years. So this is the first time back at it. And I already know that some of my glazes are like, there's something funky about them. They might have frozen. I re-sieved them and mixed them all, but who knows? Maybe I saw something in something and I thought, that looks like my green and poured it in because I can tell that my green is looking a little olive compared to what I like. It's matte and it's olive, but like I said, this is going to be somebody's favorite. So I'm just going to take the pots out one by one and we will get to see them all. And it's going to take a while, so if you see one that you love, go ahead and say it, and it'll have a timestamp on it, I believe, no matter when you do it, and then I'll be able to kind of track that pot back down for you if you want it. These are my small new mugs. These are the ones with texture, and like I hoped, you can see the texture through it. It's not amazingly. The green actually looks better. You can see more texture. So I'm just going to start loading them up over here on my shelf. And I can tell already that it's not a disaster, which is good. Not a disaster is good enough for me. I have a body of pretty much 12 main glazes that I use. Here's one with a pattern, but this blue came out so thin, but it's okay. Like I said, it's going to be somebody's favorite. And yeah, this green, I have to refire this one. That's just too dry. And what I'll do is I will heat it up and then glaze over it. So I'll put it on top of the kiln when it's firing next, and it will get refired and hopefully be perfect. Now this one is funny because this was one of my least favorite mugs to start. I didn't like the way the pot came out, but glazed, I think it's actually really nice. I think it's beautiful. And here's the one I took out this morning. I put it back in just for effect, but I think it's a sweet one too. And it has some coffee in it, so I better leave it to the side. I'll show you my green when it comes out perfectly and the difference. That's my perfect green. Oh, let me turn on this light here. Oh, it's backwards. Okay. Whoops. Huh. Let's see if it works anyway if I turn on this light. Will it add anything? Not sure. But anyway, here's the perfect green. Can you see? Probably not. It's too hard to see. Anyway, I promise you it's not perfect. At least not on the top. The top of my kiln tends to be the coldest and my not favorite. My not favorite. So I'm just pulling out the ones that I want to refire later. Okay, now let's see here. It's not awful. It's okay. It's okay. Not awful. I'll call that not awful. Let's see it next to this one. Oh, you can't see that. It's out of the picture. But ooh, my teal glaze. I love that teal. It's an old stable glaze. My teal glaze very magically wound up. Yeah, here, this one's like really earthy and it came out matte, but it's okay. Like, it's not my favorite. It's not what I intended. It should have been a blue. Amy's blue, my blue, but it's okay. There's some nice glazes that came out well. Yay! Oh my gosh. These are going to immediately get, well, not so immediately, but I will sand them And I have a booth set up in my living room right now, and they're gonna all go on there. Here's my Montenegro mugs. This is my version of Montenegro. Oh, Julie's here. We just saw each other at the dog park. Hi, Julie. So cute. But anyway, Montenegro on Instagram makes these mugs. I'll see if I have some others to show. And oh, thanks. These ones, the Montenegro mugs. Is that what you love, Ruth? Yeah, me too. There'll be a new pot, and I will forever immortalize my friend Montenegro, who I don't actually know his real name, but they'll always be called my Montenegro mugs. Yeah, this one's kind of earthy too. It's funny. This is oh, it's the sapphire glaze. Okay, okay. So I can see here, there's where the sapphire is nice and thick, and then where it greens out. This will be a good glaze to put over textured pots. The cool thing about pots when they have some variation in the glaze is like it's almost like you get two glazes in one. I really like this combination of purple and turquoise. I really want to turn this light around so you can see better. Let me see if I can. Let me see. This is not so good as it is. I set something up wrong. Let's see if I can get this down easily. Huh. Well, not so great, but it's all right. Here's a big utensil jar. This one's been sitting on my shelf glazed for 5 years. Now finally fired. Here's another nice Montenegro mug. So yeah, by tomorrow I should have these all on my shelf, on my setup, my booth setup in my studio, ready to go. Okay, now there is some problem with this, my black glaze. So here's what I do here is I touch underneath the shelf to make sure that all the pieces are off. And this one wasn't, but as long as my finger's on it, I know I can trace it all the way out so it won't fall on the pots. So let's see in here. Yeah, there's some problems. I have some problems. It's not going to be the worst, and probably nobody but me will know. And this green actually came out a lot better. But what didn't come out well is my black glaze around the rim. So we're going to have to figure out what to do about that. People probably won't care so much, but I care. And every single piece has already been, I've already done the black. All the bowls already have their black on them. So I think we might just have to go with it this time. It's actually a little bit red. I don't know what happened to it, but there's like actually a little bit of red in that color. If you can see that. Not so bad. Could be worse. Could be worse. Okay, this is just my first round. Lots of improvement to be had, and it's okay. Luckily, I didn't do 200 bowls. I just did like 60 or so. And I'll have to figure out how to... Okay, let's see. So, oh, you can't see what I'm doing here, but what I'm doing is I'm going under the shelf before I pick it up, and I'm making sure it's separated from the furniture. You call it furniture underneath. So only one piece is not separating, and I'm going to use my finger on it. I'll show you. See, my finger's right on that piece, so it won't fall off into the pots. That is a great tip for potters out there. Make sure that the furniture is separated and or keep a finger on it. Oh, here's a little cutie. Look at that gorgeous teacup. So happy with that. So pretty. Here comes another one. This one's a little bit more mild, blues. Okay, ooh, here's this raspberry on the faceted mug. Okay. And as we go down, the swirls seem to look a little bit better. They definitely have some red in them, which is very interesting and different. But I'm going with the flow here, people. I am going with the flow. Here is, wow. Oh yeah, that's my sapphire glaze looking a little weird. Okay, it's like mysterious. Ooh, this also is some glaze that I don't even know what that is. It's not, I have no idea what that glaze is. Maybe it's purple. No. Anyway, we might get some better views on it as we go further down in the kiln. Let's see what's happening here. And then one day I was just sitting around and I had some extra clay and I made an 8. It's an infinity. I'll put it over my head. Actually, a friend of mine is texting me right now, and I think I want to give him that 8. Those are awesome. What's awesome? My 8? Hi, Sunny. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How is Mira doing? I think, am I wearing? No, I'm wearing Fiona's clothes. I was like, I think I'm wearing her clothes. I have so many really nice pieces from Mira that I love. I still wear all the time. Okay, I'm so glad my green is getting better. Don't put green on the top, Amy. Don't put green on the top. Here's a little faceted bowl. So cute. So sweet. The green's looking fine on the inside. That's great. I was really worried that the green was mixed poorly. And that's my favorite little mug. Look at that cute little purple mug. It's so small. It's so small. I love it so much. I love little mugs. Hi, Jess. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is fun. I'm so glad. I was a little worried when I saw the top layer. Like I said, there's always some little disappointments, but nothing tragic yet. Things are refireable. This is very interesting and different. The swirls being kind of a rust color. I'm gonna have to work with that. But the glazes look pretty good. Nice and shiny. I wish I had better lighting over here for everybody, for myself, for you. Okay, let's see. Oh, Tina's here. This is so exciting, I know. Oh my gosh, it really is. Okay, here comes the shelf now. This one, you can't see it, but let me see if I can get in there a little bit better for you. Bring you up and point you down just a little bit. So this shelf is tucked. Can you see this right here? No, no. Oh, yes, 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 you can. That's tucked under the thermocouple. This is important. I have to take it out very carefully. So I have to check that it's separated from all the furniture. 1, 2, 3 pieces. Exhale, pick it up, tip it so it doesn't touch that thermocouple, and then straight out without damaging the walls of the kiln. Good job, Amy. Give myself a little applause. Woohoo! Tina and I finished our Sacred Depths group today. We were in almost a year-long coaching program. It was so special. Okay, so I'm going to take these little piece of furniture out. And here's some plates. Now with plates, you're going to hope they come off, right? Hope they don't stick. Aha, that one's good. Nice raspberry plate. These are for a customer of mine who's been waiting for plates. And these were all just sitting there glazed for 5 years. Nice green one. And a Shino plate. Yay! They all look great. And here's my clay ruler. It looks a little warped. Let's see. No, it's flat. Well, a little bit. But anyway, this clay ruler is so cool because look, these pots, this clay ruler measures them as 11 inches. That means to throw my plates, I have to start at 11 inches. But this is not 11 inches. It is actually 9.5. So this clay ruler tells me how big I have to make it if I want to make one to match. Clay rulers, woo! Okay. So happy to have one clay ruler through. I have a couple of them made, and I make a different one for each clay body. Okay, here goes. Hey, guess what happened today, everybody? Something really, really exciting happened today, which is that I got a message from Facebook, or probably from Meta, saying that I'm now eligible to make money off of my reels. Maybe off of all my content, but off of my reels. So that means for every view of my reels, I'm gonna get like a penny or something like that, which doesn't sound like a lot, but sometimes a reel can have 10,000 views. That's $100. So, and that's just one reel. I like making them, so I make them like every day. Okay, here comes some stuff. Here is my sapphire bowl. Came out really nice, nice blue. Still has that kind of reddish on the swirlies, which is just something to, I'm just gonna have to reckon with that. I'm gonna have to remix my, oh yeah, see how this kind of got a little white on the top? That's both thin and underfired. So, or something's wrong with it. So this doesn't seem like the underfired part of the kiln. So anyway, my green, of all my glazes, my green needs the most help, the most TLC. And that's okay, because I got a lot of love to give to these pots. I got a lot of love for you pots. Okay, here comes something interesting looking. That looks pretty cool. This was also not one of my favorites. I don't know if you can see there's a flower pattern in it, but the glaze really kind of helped it. And if I were to redo it, I would just put this turquoise all over the whole thing. And I think that that's pretty nice. Turquoise over Amy's blue. And here's those two glazes separated out, Amy's blue and turquoise. This blue can look a lot better. For some reason, it's a little bit thin, I think. La la la. Okay. This is my sage glaze, and if it's next to something that has chrome in it, because it's such a high tin content glaze, it turns pink. So this one was next to something with chrome in it, which was that bluish pot I just took out. But yeah, they're looking nice. If you're tuning in now and you see a mug that you like, ooh, like this one, that looks good. That glaze really kind of shows off the pattern underneath. So if you see something that you like, you can say what it is, and luckily there are timestamps on the comments, so I'll know which part you're talking about when I rewatch it, or when I just see the comments. This is so interesting. It must be my sage glaze that looks so weird like this. It's kind of earthy. It's kind of interesting. This is normally like a thick sage green. This one's very pretty. Ooh, look at that kind of sea creature mug. That was another one that I was not in love with. But turns out my turquoise does really well with breaking, which is when it's thick and thin and it shows the pattern underneath. Called a glaze that breaks well. Okay, the green coming through. This is fun. Oh, the babies. Hi, babies. Hello, babies. I think I might fire it. Well, I'm gonna try to take a little bit more of the water out of my glazes. This is a nice faceted purple mug. I like that one a lot. Ooh, I really like how the turquoise looks with the pattern in it. That's great. Oh gosh. Yay! Yay, pottery! Oh, this is that sage glaze looking really strange and interesting under that with the pattern. Oops, I just lost a little piece of that foot stuck onto the shelf. That's okay. This one has that earthy version of my sapphire glaze. Something very weird happening there. Just looks like a green glaze. Nobody will know. But I just won't be able to redo it. Redo it. Okay. Here's some purple flowers. And then this is really cool. This is that sage glaze with the texture. And it's just, there's something, it's just too thin, this sage glaze, but it does some cool things when it's too thin. Purple and turquoise one. Oh, you like the purple and turquoise one. I wonder which one you mean, Jess. Is it the little one? Is it this little one with the polka dots? Let me know if that's what you mean, Jess. I can pull it aside for you. But there's a couple. Here's a bigger purple turquoise one. And actually, there's a lot of purple and turquoise ones. Or did you mean the faceted one? Let me take this off. Oh my gosh, 9 people. That's a lot for my... I don't usually get that many on a live. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We only have one more layer to go. We're at the bottom. Okay, so let me get it off. I had somebody ask recently about being short and unloading the bottom of the kiln, and I don't know if you can see. Here, I'll see if I can show you what I do, but I was like, it's just abs. It's just ab work. I just float it. I just go up. Okay. Oh yeah, serving bowls on the bottom. Ooh, they look nice. Oh my gosh. When a raspberry serving bowl comes out nicely, it just comes out really nice. Here they are. I'm so glad my raspberry glaze is looking really good. Sorry about the terrible lighting. But maybe with the video I can add exposure or something. The bigger one. Okay, Jess, I see. I can pull it aside for you if you want. It's not huge like your usual coffee mugs. I know you and your coffee mugs. Let me show you. I'll show you 2. So this one's probably 16 or 14 ounces, and then this one's probably like 24 ounces. So pretty big difference, right? I don't know if you can tell. Sometimes it doesn't always translate on the video, but anyway, I got some for you. I got them for you. Okay, couple more mugs coming out. Oy. Okay, the raspberry just does not disappoint. That is just a nice glaze. And then this, I'm just like strangely really loving this sage glaze on. Yeah, you see in person, definitely, Jess. I think we're hanging out tomorrow. Maybe we'll do it here. Anyway, this sage glaze on the thin side, it's just coming out really kind of rocky and earthy. And I never in the past would have liked that on my pots, but these new ones, I just think it's interesting. Okay, just a couple more. Uh-oh. Okay, here's the abs. Wow. Ooh. This is so weird how that's a sapphire glaze. It came out just totally green. And here's some mugs hot out of the kiln. They're actually nice and cool. It's a nice thing about today is I almost never let my pots cool all the way before I unload them, but just circumstantially today I was so busy this morning I didn't have time. Ooh, this is a nice purple and turquoise mug. Very different for That's not my normal style. But sometimes I like a wide, like a latte mug for myself. So I made some. Last one out. This is a cute last mug. La la, ta-da. Okay, one fire down, many to go. I am not thrilled, but not disappointed. I think it's going to be okay. It's a little bit weird with the swirls, and I'll just show you briefly that all my pots are already prepared. So like everything is already glazed. All of the swirls are already on the pots. So there's really nothing I can do, I don't think, about that. But I'm glad that I have this all on video, because if I need to trace back, like, where was that in the kiln and what happened, I have a video resource. Okay, thanks for coming, everybody, and tune in for more soon. Oh, here you can see, here they all are, just sitting there, just sitting around. Fun.